Have you ever felt completely lost, stuck in a place where nothing seemed to make sense? I know I have. There were times when I thought I was beyond help, like nothing could change my life. But then something happened that completely turned everything around for me. And what I'm about to share might just be the key to transforming your life too. In today's video, I'll be revealing a shocking truth about prayer that you need to know. There was a time in my life when I didn't believe in the power of prayer. I thought it was something reserved for other people, something that couldn't really make a difference in my life. To be honest, I was skeptical. How could something so simple, something as old as time, have any real impact? I had tried everything else. Therapy, self-help books, even changing my diet wasn't a grand gesture. In fact, it was a quiet, almost hesitant decision. I had nothing to lose at that point, so I decided to pray. At first, I didn't know how to start or what to say. It felt awkward. But something inside me told me to just speak from the heart, to let go of the doubts and the how, and simple. What happened next was completely unexpected. Almost immediately, I felt a shift. A peace began to settle over me, a calm that didn't come from anything external, but from deep within. It was as if I had opened a door to something larger than myself, something that was always there, waiting to be acknowledged. It was in that initial moment was the turning point. Slowly, I began to realize that prayer was not just about asking for things. It was about connecting with a higher power, with myself. Now, I understand that prayer is so much more. Before I started praying, my life was anything but easy. It felt like a constant battle, financial struggles, difficult relationships, and that persistent feeling of being lost. I didn't have a clear direction, and no matter what I tried, it seemed like things were only getting worse. It was frustrating and exhausting, and I didn't know who to turn to or what to do next. I was stuck in a loop, unable to see beyond my current reality. Then, one day, a friend of mine, I'll admit, I was skeptical. I didn't know where to begin, and I didn't even know if it would make a difference. But I was at a point where I felt like I had nothing left to lose, so I decided to give it a shot. At first, I didn't know what to say. I remember sitting in my room, feeling incredibly awkward, unsure of how to start or what to ask for. But in that moment of uncertainty, something interesting happened. I realized that it didn't matter how I started. What matters? So I simply said, "Help me. I don't know what to do, but I need strength to face what's in front of me." That was it. A simple prayer. But in that moment, something shifted. It wasn't like I received an immediate answer or a grand sign, but I felt a sense of calm I hadn't experienced in a long time. Over the next few weeks, I began to pray more regularly. Each prayer was simple. One of the first signs that prayer was having a real impact came during a difficult financial situation. I had been struggling for months, unable to make ends meet. It felt like no matter how hard I tried, nothing was working. But I decided to pray for guidance, for clarity, and for strength. The very next day, a job opportunity came my way, one that I had never expected. It wasn't a miracle in the traditional sense, but it felt like the right thing at the right time. It was a sign that prayer was helping me open my mind to new possibilities. But the real change wasn't just in the external circumstances. It was in how I began to handle them. I found myself reacting to life's challenges in a much calmer, more focused way. Instead of panicking or getting overwhelmed, I felt this quiet assurance that everything would work out. And that assurance didn't come from my circumstances. It came from within, from my growing connect. As I continued to pray, my perspective on life shifted. I began to realize that prayer wasn't just about asking for things. It was about being open, about letting go of the need for control, and trusting that there was a bigger plan at play. Prayer gave me the strength to accept things I couldn't change, and the courage to take action on the things I could. It gave me direction and peace, and it allowed me to face life's ups and downs with a sense of purpose I had never felt. I also started to notice that my relationships began to improve. I had been struggling with a few personal connections, and it seemed like no matter what I did, things never seemed to work out. But through prayer, I began to develop more patience, empathy, and understanding. I learned how to listen better, how to forgive, and how to approach people with an open heart. Prayer gave me the emotional clarity I needed to navigate these relationships in a healthier, more compassionate way. What I realized over time was that and while the external circumstances did begin to change, my financial situation improved, my relationships became more peaceful, and I felt more aligned with my life's purpose. It was the internal transformation that was the most profound. I became more at peace with looking back. I realized that the simple act of prayer was the catalyst for all of this change. It wasn't a magic fix, and it didn't solve everything instantly. But it opened now that I've shared how prayer transformed my life. You might be wondering, how can I experience this for myself? Or maybe you're thinking, I don't know where to start, or I'm not sure if prayer will work for me. I get it. If you've never prayed before, or if you've tried and didn't feel the key to prayer is sincerity. It's not about finding the perfect words or following some strict formula. It's about being honest and open. You don't need to know exactly what to say, and you certainly don't need to sound a certain way. Prayer is personal. It's just about speaking from your heart, whether that's asking for help, expressing gratitude, or simply taking a moment to reflect. You don't need to have all the answers, or even know how things will unfold. Prayer is about opening yourself up to a higher power, to your own inner wisdom, and to the world around you. It's about trust. Trust that you're not alone, and that there's guidance available to you. Even if it doesn't to begin, you can simply say something like, I don't know what to do, but I'm asking for strength and guidance. Or, thank you for the blessings I have in my life. The words don't have to be perfect. They just need to come from a place of honesty. The important part is showing up. If you've been hesitant to try prayer because you're unsure about the process, I encourage you to start small. Set aside a few minutes each day to speak from your heart, to open yourself up to whatever comes. Why should you consider incorporating prayer into your life? The benefits are profound and far-reaching. First, prayer helps reduce stress and anxiety by providing a moment of calm in the midst of chaos. It creates space for reflection, allowing you to gain clarity on tough emotionally. Prayer can bring healing. It gives you a chance to process your feelings, release negative energy, and foster gratitude. Incorporating prayer into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Start with just a few minutes each day and watch how it shifts your mindset. And then now it's your turn. I want to encourage you to take a moment today to pray, no matter how small or simple it may feel. Start with if this message resonated with you, share this video with someone you think might benefit from hearing it. You never know, it might be exactly what they need to hear today. And if you haven't already, make sure thank you for watching. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. And today, that step can be a PRA.